Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, Venki, it's visible.
Yeah, great. So, yes, guys, I mean, this is the second session. So first session was conducted some time back. So we going to continue with the weekday batch. So tomorrow there will not be any class, and Monday and Tuesday and Thursday till Friday. But if there is any special requirement, so we can definitely take up the weekend batches also. Uh, So the first day we started on the planning views. So Excel planning views. We have just want to give a recap for Deepak and Abhinav. So hey guys, so the, you guys might have heard about it that Excel is an interface where the planners will do the planning in IBP. So the Excel, the planners has to log into the IBP system through Excel through the IBP add-in. The add-in is available in the IBP system. The SAP provides it. It is just a 40 MB executable file. You click on that, you will see an IBP uh, you add in there in the menu ribbon. You just see, so you need to connect to the cloud server, so you just click on that, log on, and give the server that you're connecting and the planning area that you want to get into. So if you want to, if you get into planning area X, you can read only the data that is there in the planning area X. If you want to switch back to another planning area, you have to log out and log in back to another planning area. So usually we create multiple connections for every planning area, like when you are in dev system. So we'll be creating multiple planning areas, and where in one planning area we'll do all our kind of a sandbox. Another planning area we do the actual config and etc. So create multiple connections, and then log into your planning area, and then start doing your planning. So in the Excel, there's a concept of a planning view, which is the same as the concept of planning book in APO. So planning view is a report, which displays the data in the format that we want, in the level that we want. So in front of you guys there is the um, a planning view. It's called a statistical forecast. It is pre-configured, and it would be loaded into the cloud system. So whoever logs into that planning area, if he has the enough access, permissions and stuff, so he can view this planning template called statistical forecast. So the first session we have seen how to create a planning view like this, and by default SAP gives you 10 different templates. You can utilize them, or take that up, and then you can create your own template. So the template has four different the elements of the first top section is for data visualization. So the beneath we have the actual data, and this is coming from the cloud system. So there are two key figures here. One key figure is consensus demand, another key figure is statistical forecast quantity, and we are viewing this demand and statistical forecast quantity at the product and the customer level, S12 and Amazon and Target stores and eBay, right? And then you can plot the graph here, this, and then there are other filters already selected, so I'll just pick up for just Amazon. So you can see the 209, 215, and then it dropped to 100, 100, 100. So you can very well change the chart here. And then the color of the chart and etc, whether you need to display the numbers here in bold format, just do all that stuff. Once you're done with your changes, or you can also do the planning at yearly level. System would do the aggregation on the fly. So this is all we have covered kind of in detail in the first video. You guys can get access to that video and can have a look. So you see, the system has just aggregated it to the yearly level. 5012 is the total consensus demand for the year 2019. So if I switch back to the this 5012 will be disaggregated to 4 quarters. So you see, we have values for Q2, Q3, Q4. So if I do a sum up, the value is 5012. These are the historical values. That's why they are grayed out. The editable ones are will be in white color. Why they are in gray? Why can't they be in orange? We can do that. So all this kind of a formatting will happen from the EPM formatting functionality. So EPM is another, SAP in-house formatting functionality. So whoever has experience in BPC, in BPC also there is Excel interface, and then they have this EPM formatting, and where you can build this report the way you want. So you just need to add this template. You click on this add. This would be added into the cloud system. So there are these multiple templates that are already been created. You see a pop-up appears. It's called add template. So there are also folders, so you can assign this to a particular folder. And so we have seen all this stuff, and apart from that, you can also query it onto a simple Excel sheet. So click on new view. For that, so this is a planning view. You see here, this is a planning view. Here you get your the existing planning views. So you click on this. The first option is from template. System gives another pop-up, and here under this template section there are multiple templates available. Under the demand planning we have these two, under the IO we have these two, etc, etc. If let's say there is a key figure called statistical forecast quantity. You want to see what is my forecast for all the existing customers, and then you don't know in which plan you don't know which planning view you have to go in. So usually the planners knows, because we sit with the planners, we consolidate the total list of planning views that are required, and then we configure them. We load them uh, into the cloud system. And even when we write the test cases, we have to write the planning view also. So at least that is the kind of a process discipline that I followed, or we followed from in the last 4 implementations. So like for example, let's say you are writing a test case for the demand forecasting. So first step is like analyze the forecasting model, analyze the input key figure. So when you say and do some adjustments, do some history cleansing. So when you say that, you will go in detail, say like log into IBP for XYZ planning area, go to the new view, click on from template, pick up the template number 1, bring that up, go to a particular sheet called sales history, and then go to the system should display the sales history accurately, and it would be in a weekly level or maybe yearly level. Verify the key figure called as a history, actuals quantity, that is how much is actually been delivered, and then there is a actuals quantity adjusted. So adjusted is editable key figure, so planner can go and edit it and he can save it. So we have to go into that detail. So why I'm trying to say this is that the planning views has to be finalized much before. So you have to sit with the planners, and then and also the kind of a formatting that the planner is expecting, etc, etc. We have to finalize that. So if that is the case, the planners will definitely know that what key figures they are really interested in. So there could be 500 to 600 to 700 key figures that we actually configure in the system. And depending upon the team, some teams are really bothered about only few set of key figures. Like the statisticians, if they access IBP, they will be interested in only few key figures. The supply planners, some other key figures. The inventory planners, just the safety stocks. They didn't want to know what is the demand adjustments intelligence, what is a alpha value for regression model, and etc., right? So they will be knowing their areas, and then they know what templates that they have to do.
Hey, Venkat.
Having said, hey, yes,
Sorry, a quick question. So,
sure.
from what you just told, so if I have to assimilate that, then in today's world, what we do with planning book design,
Mm-hmm.
planning view is exactly similar to that. Supply planners will have their own views, demand planners will have their own
Exactly.
views.
Mm-hmm.
And on
Yes.
top of that, when you create a custom planning view and when you say you save it, is it only to that planning area that template is available?
Oh, yeah, yeah, of course, right. So, because when you once you log into IBP, you're into you are entering into one planning area, and whatever you do, that you do inside that planning area. So, and definitely, so whatever template that you create, that would be for that particular planning area.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so and yesterday also, I mean, the last class we have seen the intelligence of the IBP system, and not the intelligence, I would say, the config that is there in the back end of this planning view. So, for example, if I click anything, this J5 cell, so there is a APM formatting, and then this is a key figure, it's consensus demand. If I click on this, there is this key figure, and system is reading the data from that particular cloud system. So I think, Amul, you might be get bored, but just please hang on here for another 5 minutes. So, so I'm just disconnecting now. I'm disconnecting from a planning area. So you can see a planning area called test config here. You see. So if I log in back to mm, what I have- if I go to another planning area, I'm not sure if I have any data in that planning area or not. Going to another planning area now. You see the test ag got updated here.
Yep,
Now if I do a refresh, now system will start reading the forecast that is available.
in the new planning area.
Exactly. So you can see that there are these customers 102, 108, and they all will pop up, and then there is no data. And then, yeah, whatever, because I'm not, that planning area is meant for something else, some other testing. So yeah, so this is kind of a thing. And then now, you can add this template in this planning area. So now here in this planning area, I think there's no template. So you see, no templates in this planning area, bloody. There's no planning area, so no template. Go and click on add, and then create. Add this template into your planning area. So that's how we can reuse one single planning view, and then you know so now these are the connections. Getting into the planning area that I want. Okay, so yeah, today so and then we discussed some of the stuff. So today we'll go a bit deep into the planning view. Now I'm coming back to the weekly level. So this is the time settings that we do, and then there are 5 dimensions for every planning view: time dimension, planning level, key figures, layout, filter, and alerts. I'm picking up the time profile, time that I want. There are so many products inside. Let's put a filter here. So this funnel is meant for the filters. And there are all these filters: adjusted demand, day 3, digital watch, Galaxy tabs, Ivo product. So S12 is a product, so I clicked on that, and then it got filtered, and now it is displaying only S12's product, or Galaxy tabs. One second, I'm just verifying the data how it is. So yeah, here we go. We have some data for S12 product and S13 product. So today, first, what we'll see is something called as a local member key figure. You guys are there with me?
Yep.
Okay, great. So what we're going to do is we create a local member key figure. So what is a local member key figure? So it's kind of a key figure, but that is only local to this particular sheet, only this sheet. So this key figure, you can write the calculation that you want, and then the key figure would be visible and available only in this view. That it will not be available in any other planning view or in any other sheet or also in the system. So it will not be in the cloud, it will not be in the it will not be available as a configurable element, so that other planners and whoever logs into that planning area, so they cannot actually see that. Then what's the point of creating a local member key figure then? So the
Hey
actually
Venkat,
point is.
sorry,
Mhm,
before moving to this, so this is test config is the planning area, right? And template is
mhm,
the statistical forecast. So
mhm,
does it mean this test config might have other elements like currently we are see the display is product ID and customer only, right?
mhm, mhm.
Customer ID and product ID. So this is limited to the statistical forecast template, and we may have other template where we can have other elements like other than product ID and customer ID.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
some
we can.
location. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, very well. So even in here, I think statistical forecast is also at location level. Product, location, customer level. So but consensus demand is at product and customer level. So I just right click, quick edit planning view. That means I'm quickly editing a planning view. Add an attribute before. What attribute I want to add? I want to add the location dimension. So now you can see the locations that are there. See, um, S12 product, S12 underscore WH. It's a warehouse and connected to 3 customers, and then statistical forecast quantity is this.
Okay. Great.
Hey, Venkat.
So. Mhm,
Yeah, sorry. Quick question. So I saw that when you did a right click, you spoke about attributes, correct? So
mhm.
additionally, when you talk about product, locations, customers, these are characteristics, correct? So in IBP, are they called as attributes or are they still characteristics?
No, no, no. They are called as attributes, and then IBP has a whole new different language. So maybe it's time to kind of go through some unlearning and relearning kind of a thing. It's good to map the APO things with the IBP things, but yeah, but just try to have some kind of a clean slate. But yes, coming back to the question, that product ID are the attributes. Take multiple attributes which are kind of relative in business sense, and then you can club them and you can form a master data. For example, I have attributes like product ID, product family, product group, brand, unit of measure, etc., etc. Club all of them and form a master data called as a product master data. So all these are available inside that master data called a product, and you can just do that. And also, I can, not sure whether they're printed or not. Delete selected attribute. System shows the aggregation again. So I think I have something called as a customer channel thing. Yeah, see, there's a channel called online here,
Right.
and 2 customers belongs to that channel are available here. Yeah.
Got it. So last question, Venkat. So in the last
hmm
class, you guys spoke only about the planning views.
just the planning views, just the planning views.
Okay.
We,
Thank
we we actually didn't went into the config side, so we'll go to the config, how we actually configure product and customer and everything.
you. Thank
Yeah, so now let's create a local member key figure. Local member key figure. Now I create local member is for for the just the planner if he wants to do any ad hoc calculations, and he can use that local member. So because if you creating a new key figure is a configurable change, You need to write the key figure calculation logic, and it's a whole different thing. And then the planning area gets disturbed, it becomes inactive. Um, you know, so that's why there is this facility of creating an ad hoc key figure. So I'll show it to you. So, but before that, you need to go to the edit view here, and you have to tell it to the system that I'm using some local member key figures. Edit view, sheet options, activate local member recognition. So now it will have it will understand local member. So my local member, the I want to know the total demand. It is 100 on week 22. Statistical forecast is saying 214. So I want to do the summation. I want to see 314 here, 314 across. And for this eBay customer S12 product combination, I want to say 3000 plus 1356, 4356, etc., etc. So go here. First, I'll create a new row. It's my total forecast. So that's a local member. And I'll say, like any simple Excel formula, is equal to this plus this. Now you see some refresh is happening, and then that formula is being extended to all other time periods and to all other existing planning combinations. Guys, are there with me?
Yeah.
One second, guys. Amal, you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm there.
Cool, great. So yeah, so this is the local member key figure, and then let the planner do some analysis on top of it. Maybe pick this S12 product. So this is how the local members will come in handy if there are any ad hoc calculations. You can do it now. I just need to save this template. Otherwise, if I reopen it, this key figure would be gone. So if I go to this view and if I search for my total forecast, it will not be there, because you see here, this is EPM. It's a local member key figure. So this will not be available in any other view, and also not in the system. Okay. Hey, just give me 1 minute, guys. I'll just be back. 1 second. Hey guys, sorry for that. Just want to know just want to take a count of it. Hey, it's kind of a roll call, guys. Abhinav Singh, you there?
Yeah, I am.
Hey, Abhinav, this is your first session, right?
Correct.
Great. Amul,
I'm doing.
you there? Okay, cool, man.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
I
doing.
think
Yeah,
this is your second session, and you also made the payment. And DG, Deepak, think
yeah.
the first
So
you
this is
joined
my
through
first
mobile and then
session.
also through the
Yeah, yeah,
system, right? So, yeah, Deepak, also, I think this is your first session. And then
right.
it's me, SAP IBP. Great. And then Srinivas, you there, Srinivas?
Yes,
Srinivas,
Sanjay.
you there? Hey, thanks, man. Just a minute, guys. Just got a call from Global Online Training. 1 second. Hey, sorry for that, guys. I'm really very sorry. Um, um, we'll continue. So where were we? So we have seen the concept of local member key figure. Hey, guys, you there with me, or you guys went for a coffee or something?
No,
I
we
took a break. Great, sure. So yeah, we have seen the concept of a local member and how to create it. And let's say you're done with this my total forecast, and then you can actually create another layer on it. So some kind of maybe uh, whatever total forecast 2, and then write another calculation. So this is the sum of. So here, I mean, the beauty is that it's not only doing the calculation for this combination, but it is extending it to all the combinations. So you can see for all the customers this has been extended, and also to the product S13 and to the other products that are there. So that's a kind of a thing. So now if now you're done with your local member thing, or you just go to the sheet options. Now I'm deleting the local member key figure. Same path, go to edit view, sheet options, delete local members. I want to delete my total forecast too. Click on OK. I just deletes that other key figure. So there's also another way, like once you disconnect, disconnect. Now you're done with your IBP connection. So this is not there. Just go to home, Alt F, save as, ouch, 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 browse. Oh my god. Now it becomes an Excel sheet. Now it's up to the planner whether he wants to put some pivot tables and take this data and then do his thing with it. And once he's done with it, share it to his manager, send an email, etc., etc. It's up to him. So yeah, so that is, because it's just an Excel sheet. I mean, it's an Excel sheet. You're extracting the data, putting onto the putting on an Excel sheet again in a format, and then and once you log off, the connection is lost, and then you can just play with it. Okay, so that's
Hey
the thing.
Venkat. So when
Yeah.
you have local member key figure, by any
Mhm.
chance I have the connection switched on, is there any way I could save it and like it gets uploaded to the cloud, or is it only?
Oh yeah. Yes. I mean, you can very well save this sheet, and then and whenever you open it, this local member will always be there.
No, no, I wasn't talking about the sheet. I was telling like these are key figures and values which are coming from cloud, right? So
Hmm.
when we're adding this local key figure and
Hmm.
these numbers, will those also get uploaded to the cloud, like key figure and the value?
You mean to say the my total forecast key figure?
Correct. Correct.
No, no, it will not, because this is just a local one,
Got
local
it.
to this. It is just on buffer. So yeah.
Okay.
So so that's the thing with local member. So now, let's go to the formatting side of the planning view. So let's put some kind of a conditional formattings here. But the So let me put some conditional formatting here. So let's say, hmm, yeah. So let's pick it up. So now I want to do some conditional formatting. Just want to color code my consensus demand key figure values. So there are so many values here. Amazon customer has hundreds, target stores has 5,000s, consensus eBay has 3,000s. So now, kind of with Eagle's view, I just want to know where I have the problem. So I'll put a conditional formatting. If it is less than 1,000, I need one color, let's say orange color, maybe red color. And then if it is 1,000 to 5,000, it's kind of a okay situation, maybe yellow color. Greater than 5,000, I want it in green, let's just say. So for that, to do that formatting thing, I need to go to the edit view, click on this view formats. So just see the description of it, toggle the visibility of the formatting sheet, click on this. So now a sheet comes up that is called EPM formatting sheet. Now I'll go there. So it has multiple facets, like what is a hierarchy level formatting. Then we have the column level, row level. So this is where, you know um, key figure by key figure. So now I'll add a member here. What member I am adding? I want to do a formatting for consensus demand. So I have to add the consensus demand and give the formatting that I want. Okay, and then it has two things. First is the data, how you want to display the data. Is it in decimals, or is it in bold? Do you need a comma in here? Is it a percentage, etc., etc.? And then there is a header here. Header means, how that key figure has to get displayed, the label of that key figure. That is how the consensus demand has to display. Okay, so two things here. But before that, I need to add that key figure. So I'm clicking on new member property. Now systems opens up a pop-up, and there are so many selections here. First, I'll go to the member selection. Now I want to add a member. What member I want to add? I want to add the key figures here. So click on key figures. System has displayed all the key figures that are there in the system. Okay, so I can go and display it in IDs. So the key figure IDs will be displayed. Every key figure will have a technical ID and then a business description. Technical ID is the one that the system understands. It's a backend thing, will not have any spaces and etc., etc. I'll go to the consensus demand. It would get also sorted. I can go to the to the C section, consensus demand. A tick mark appears here. That means I'm selecting it. Click on OK. Now the consensus demand appears here. So this is the basic formatting of this key variable consensus demand. Now it displays it like this. If I go to here, this is in Arial, font size 11, without any commas and etc etc. This is how the label works. So now I'll go here and I'll say first I'll change this to Calibri. That's a kind of a consistent formatting that we follow. Um, now go to the conditional formatting. I think yeah, whatever. Yeah. Clicking on new rule, like how it works. I mean, like any other conditional formatting works. Cell value is less than 1000. Fill, I'll give you orange, and border, just keep this. That's it. Um, okay. Go to conditional formatting, manage rules, new rule. It is greater than, it's between, if it is between 1000 and 4999, I want this to be in yellow color. More colors, custom colors, pick this. Okay, border is overall border. Click on OK, click on OK. And then a new rule that contains greater than 499. Formatting, fill, green color, more colors. Okay, border. Apply. Okay, go to the label. Label I want it to be in Calibri. That's it. Come back here, refresh. You need to give a refresh to actually, then the system gets the stuff. So yeah, this is how you can, your sheet will become colorful. So so yeah, I mean, this key figure is having a consistent numbering. That's why it will not, it will not make much sense. But imagine, especially we use this requirement comes in when we deal with the stock level data or some kind of a supply level data. So where every week the value changes, and this would come in handy when you are trying to find the exceptions, right? So like safety stock targets, and usually it would be, let's say, usually if it's in hundreds, that's fine, you give one color. But if it is less than like less than 50, just give it in red, so that the entire sheet you will see some red color in one cell, red color another cell, so that the planner can pinpoint to that particular time bucket and can see what's wrong in that time bucket, why the uh, why the stocks are very less. So this is how you do your EPM formatting. So just gave you a hint, and now you can imagine the possibilities of it. So and
And
one more thing.
template, right, Venkat?
Yes, you can very well, you can save this as a template, and then this would be there in the template. If I go to the templates, add, so my reports, I'm putting it in this folder, my new template 001. Click on add. And not only this, it would be visible across your planning view, because the EPM formatting is for a planning view, not for a sheet. Okay, if you come here,
But this template will be limited to that user, right? Not for all.
No, I mean, why can't we make this for as a public thing? So let's just say that, the supply planner wants to see the safety stocks, inventory planner wants to see the safety stocks, maybe some kind of executive wants to see the safety stock. So, we create a template, take requirements from all these three different user group sets, and then create a template, and let's configure that in the backend through basis that, this is accessible to all these user groups. So whoever opens it, they'll see a conditional formatting on it, and they'll see all these color coded values.
No, actually, why I'm asking this question, because in
Mhm.
SAP sometimes we have reports, right?
Hmm.
Where if we say variant, so we get option like if that is specific default to user ID or it's available to public. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that, but that requires some kind of a basis. We need to sit with the basis, and then, we have to decide whether the planner can access this template, number one. Number two is whether he can see the key figure. We can actually go to the key figure level. We can make only one set of user group to see the key figure of consensus demand, and you know all that. So yeah, so this is another sheet called consensus demand, and then I have brought the consensus demand key, sorry, this is another sheet called sales history. I bought the Kefir consensus demand. The formatting is still visible, so you can see now there a lot of products are coming in Tropicana Orange, Pepsi, and Galaxy tabs and etc. So you can see that the conditional formatting is working, because other cases it is less than 1,000. That's why it is filled up with orange. Okay, so now if I disconnect and if I close this planning view, so just Excel sheet login. So here you can go to this part, template admin, and see your, where is that, my new template 001, or maybe here from template 001, click on OK. It is saying that the template doesn't have a filter. That's fine. So you can see the you can see the formatting is still there. There are so many products, and it just have the ones and twos. So yeah, see, this formatting is still there, and then last time I made this as open, and then I created a new sheet one, did nothing. So even that got saved into the cloud system, and then whenever you open the template, it brings up everything. Okay.
So
uh,
EVM formatting is basically for one template, and one template can have multiple sheets, correct?
yes, boss, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I removed that member consensus demand where I applied conditional formatting. I come here, I do a refresh. Now everything is gone. Now it's all a plain colorless thing. So yeah, now let's go deep into this conditional formatting thing. So now next thing is okay, see, I clicked on this cell week 23 for the customer eBay. The value is actually 13564102564. Six place decimal is there, but while displaying, it just displays only the rounding value, not even rounding value, like the the base value of it. But if you want to see the decimals also, how to do that? Same thing. Go back to the EPM formatting, click on add member, go to your key figures, go to your stat. This is your key figure. Click on OK. This is how it displays. You say that this is calibre, and then you say I need in decimals. I'll put 3 decimals. Come here, IBP, come to IBP, refresh. So you see the statistical forecast is now displaying in in this. So especially when there are ratios and stuff where they are decimal in number, so you have to do this thing because that's a default EPM formatting. You know, when you plot an analytic chart or something, you will see the the decimals, but on the Excel planning view, by default EPM formatting is that it displays the ceiling value or the rounding value. um, so you have to go to that EPM formatting, just select that key figure, give the displaying thing, and okay. And imagine I'm just giving you the EPM formattings that I did so that you guys will. Yeah. Next thing is, let's say second, let's not apply this filter, none. Now it displays a whole bunch of all the existing combinations for all the product and customer combinations. So you see this kind of a cluttered, right? um, so there's something called as a banding. Hmm. There is this requirement that I got, that where they wanted to band like every single combination. So this is one combination, right? Galaxy N9Z Amazon is one combination. It has 3 key figures. Best Buy customer has 3 combinations, etc., etc. So I just need to give a line here so that they will know that it looks aesthetically good. So that's the only thing. So one second. Let's go for the I think here this product has a lot of data available, right? Clean data. Let's go and apply a filter on that. Go to the filter section, clicking on product ID, and bring up all the Pepsi stuff. Okay, so just got this Pepsi 1 liter and 2.5 liter. Now let me put a banding. So I'll go here. Now see, what I'm trying to show here is that you guys have to come up with the possibilities of how I can take this thing, EPM formatting, and what all I can achieve. So uh, as a consultant, we need to connect the dots, and then take the existing functions, and then twist them and try to meet the requirements that comes in. So now I'll do one thing. Now I'll bring up the key figure called consensus demand. Where is my consensus? Yep. Okay. Now it appears here. So now first, by default, it shows in Arial. Always go and change it to Calibri if you like Calibri. Uh, go to Calibri. So now I'll do one thing. So I'll right click here. I'll go to the format cell. So I'll say that I need upper border. So just give this. See, there is this dotted border coming in. Okay. Now go to label, format cells. Or see, I'll just show it to you. So now I come here, go to IBP, click a refresh. So this, it's all kind of banded together. Hmm. You also want to add the border here also. Now go to that label and then do it. Go into the EPM formatting sheet. Now this label doesn't have a border. Right click, format cell. So now the label also has a border. Now go to the forecast and refresh. See, now this looks a bit clean, right? So yeah, this is one thing. And you guys understood this? I mean, there's nothing. It's not a rocket science. I know.
Yeah.
Just removing it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
showing you
it's
that
not, but it's very important actually to toggle between all these things. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yes, seriously,
Even
because these requirements are kind of genuine requirements. When especially there's a chunk of data on your Excel planning view, and then the planners goes crazy on how to analyze it. So they want this kind of a formatting, and the beautification is the need of the hour. You know it. That's why SAP moved on to Excel and Fury and all that stuff. Yes, I think there's a doubt.
yeah. So in the EPM formatting, you had selected consensus demand, but
Hmm.
basic banded consensus statistical and my total, and then we were getting the border. So
Yeah, I mean it's not even banding, so I'm just saying it to you using that business, kind of a thing. Banding, that's a requirement that that is a same name wordings that the business has used. That the requirement is I want to band my key figures. But in
correct,
general, what I did is I just kept on every consensus demand cell, I just kept a border on top of the cell. So if I have a border on top of the cell here and here and here, it looks like as if they are banded. It looks like they are grouped.
got it, makes sense. Okay,
Yeah. So the moment, see that this is a catch. So the moment you shift the consensus demand sequence, then it goes for a toss. So
got it.
this is a catch, and then the planner has to live with it, right? And we told them that this is a custom formatting, I mean a custom thing, you cannot achieve it. We even reached out to SAP. I mean this is kind of a very hard requirement for them. They want this by hook or crook. We reached out to SAP, they said that it cannot be done. Means it cannot be done means the dynamic cannot be done. So I'll show it to you. What does it mean, dynamic?
So basically, even if we move the key figures, the formatting is not done.
Exactly. That's the true requirement. That is what exactly the clients want, but that cannot be done. So now if I come here, if I do a refresh, the border appears, it's all fine. Now if I go to edit view, if I shift this, now you'll see everything goes crazy. You see, it's all, now these three actually has to be banded. Now you see because of the border, it's all looking not so good, right? So these three has to be bordered because the consensus demand, the top of thing, it is there. So what we told is, so ideally the planner will not change the first key figure, right? Because if let's say if the planner wants to see demand forecast also, so they'll come and not sure whether there's something called demand forecast. Not sure, I guess, whether there is any value in there or not. But yeah, the thing is that when the planners are adding more key figures to want to know more data, so they'll add, you know they'll add in the end. um, okay, one second, they are not at customer level. These two key figures demand, they are at location level. One second, let me go. Come on, what else we have? Demand. Yeah, I think this two should work. This should work because this is at customer level. Okay, it has some values. Cool. So what I'm trying to say here is that if you do the dotted border formatting for the first key figure, then we are like 90% safe, because whenever the planner adds another key figure or takes any other key figure, so the banding still would still work, because for every combination, the first key figure that gets displaced is a consensus demand. So if the first key figure is a consensus demand, and if my first key figure has a dotted border on top, so that grouping would still work. So this is a thing that we said to the client, that we create this template, and we even make we ask them that first we'll make this as uneditable. They said no, we want to edit. We definitely want to add more key figures and want to get more information, more insights into this entire demand data. Then we said, then if that is the case, then don't mess up with the first key figure. in your planning view, make sure that you don't change the sequence of the very first key figure. It always has to be consensus demand. Okay, guys, you there with me?
Yeah.
Great. Second thing, in many of the cases, the planner wants to see both the history and then the forecast, at least the last couple of weeks. They want to see. So here you can see the week 20 and week 21. They are in gray because they are history. Right now we are in the 22nd week of 2019. Now here, let's say here I want to have a border here, some kind of a dotted line here, so that the planner will know that, okay, I want to focus on the other week from week 23. If there are any adjustments, he can make only on week 23 and to the future. Okay, that's a requirement. How to put a border uh, on a column, on a column wise for all the key figures. It's not just for one key figure. Okay, now let's see how to do that. So now this is not a key figure that we're doing. So now we're doing it for a member selection. So I go here, go to the property. Now we're actually assigning a property. We're not adding a member called pick up a key figure and then I want to do a custom formatting on it. That is not what we're doing. We are actually creating a property here. So property on what? Properties on key figure displaying. So I'll click on key figure. Property is edit offset. I mean, this you guys have to remember, guys. I mean, equals to 0. This is the first thing. So what does this mean? So I'm saying that I'm going to the property. I'm saying that key figure property, whether the edit offset, if the edit offset is 0 or not. It has a 2, so I'm saying edit offset is 0. I click on this, add to multiple selection. That means I am actually adding multiple selections to this property, of a key figure. I did the object reference not set to next, whatever. And then now I go to the week because they are at weekly level. I'll say this is relative. Operator is equals to, and the value is 000. Click on OK. Okay, it just it just bought only one thing. Key figure dot edit offsets. Let me zoom this up. Is a 0, but this is not what we want. We also want the the weekly level thing. Weekly level. I'm doing it again, guys. I think it was not selected properly. Go to the property selection. Changing the property of a key figure. What property you're changing? I'm saying if it is edit offset is equal to 0, add multiple selection. Go to the technical week. Relative operator is equal to value is 000. Add to multiple selection. Now click on OK. Now both the properties will appear here. You see there are two properties here. First property is key figure offset is equal to 0. If period is relative to 000, that means let's see what happens. Go to the calibrate and say that this is calibrate. Then right click, format cell. This is a border that I want, and I want it to be on the right hand side of the cell. So that's why I'll select this. You see it appears like this, dot 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 dot. Click on OK. Go to the label also change the name to calibrate. Now come to forecast, IBP, refresh. Okay, it didn't happen. Okay, go back again. Okay, I gave a technical week. I need to give the week. That's why I think it didn't work. Yeah, it's not period 5. It should be period 4. So there is the, based on the time profile that we load, every time level will have an ID: day, technical week, month, quarter, year. Everything will have a unique ID. So period ID 4 stands for the week. So I picked up period ID 5. So if I click on change, let's see if that opens up. How to delete this? Is there a way to delete the remove select items? Great. Go to the property. Go to the week. Property is relative is equal to 000. Add to multiple selection. Click on OK. You need to click on that. See, now it became period 4. You see that? Now come back here, refresh. You can see a dotted border here. Uh, some things are messed up. Let's clean this sheet. Take off this local member sheet options. This came in gray. One second, go here. The label is in gray color. That's why. Put it in white. So put this in white. Okay. And what else? Yeah, just go here. So yeah, so you see, this column H says that what is the use. You put a formatting here, and then you're saying that what is the use of it. So now here I'm saying that this has been applied to all the formatting things. I don't want to apply it to all, so I'll unselect all. I'll say just use the formatting technique that I used. I just give a border onto the right hand side of the cell for this condition, a condition that if the edit offset is equal to 0 and if the week is relative to 4 5 zeros, then give me this format, and also only use a border level format here. Click on OK. And for label, you say label is none. I mean, don't want to use a label here. Now come back to the forecast here. Clean. And now this appears to everything, because this is APM formatting is, I told you, like this is a sheet level, no, work planning view level. We have a key figure called actuals quantity. Okay, now I'll go to the time bucket here. Let's say this is in week, and then I want to view the not week 14, let's say week 17. There is no values for the actuals quantity for that time frame, but yeah, you can see the border, the border coming in. I think there are some data maintained for this Pepsi product, but not for this time buckets also. But that's fine. But this is the you know this is how we achieve it, guys.
Hey Venkat, uh,
Hmm.
I understand that we cannot understand the entire EPM formatting right now, but what
Hmm.
exactly you wrote and how is that to be understood? Can you just uh, explain on that? Like if you go to that EPM formatting where you selected the operator and 000, what does that
Hmm.
even?
Uh, Even I don't know yet. So even I don't know. So but I mean, you can definitely understand. It's basic common sense that you're obviously selecting the edit offset. So you're selecting whether it is editable or not. Edit offset is 0, and then period 4. So you're basically selecting two properties here. First is a key figure property, and then the time granular property, that is period 4, that is a week. And then you're saying that in the backend every week will have different values. So the current week will have a value of 5 zeros. So you're saying that I want to apply some kind of a formatting for a key figure if the edit offset is equal to 0, and the time granularity, that is week, if it is relative to 5 zeros, that means it stays on the current bucket. And then that is a selection that you made, and then you gave a formatting technique how the formatting has to happen, and you said the formatting I want to utilize only for the border, not for the other things. And that's it. Come back here and then refresh, and you will see this formatting thing happening.
Okay.
So yeah, so there could be a lot of custom formatting requirements would be coming in, but these are the major ones that I have seen from my 4 projects. First is they want to apply some kind of a conditional formatting on the entire data set. Second thing is they wanted to display the data in the format that they want, decimals or percentages or etc etc. And third is they wanted to give some kind of a demarcation between the history periods and then the future periods. They just want to see a line here. So right. So uh, There's another formatting technique. Hmm, I think when we actually get into the configuration side, we'll talk about it. So there is something called as a frozen horizon concept. So the frozen horizon is in that horizon, the planners don't want to see any supply plan. So so at that time, based on the frozen horizon periods, you can actually do some kind of a formatting thing. So even in that case, I mean, it's a straightforward thing. So if the frozen horizon is 111, just write the conditional formatting. If it is one, do a color formatting. If it is not one, don't do a color formatting. So that's it. So in the frozen horizon, you'll always see some kind of a color appearing here on the planning view, so that the planners will understand that these periods are frozen, and then they will not do any planning in there. So that's the thing about the planning views and the EPMs. You guys are there with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get into the web UI, guys, and then let's get into the module called control tower, and then um, we'll see a functionality called have you guys seen the analytics stuff?
No, Venkat.
No.
Okay, analytic charts, web UI. Okay, great. Let's go there and then see it. I think that was covered in the demo session, but yeah, whatever, fine. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so see, there is this module called control tower. In the control tower, there are three major functionalities. One is the analytics. You can apply some analytic, and then there is this dashboards. And then there is a custom alerts. Okay, three major functionalities in it. So analytics, dashboards, and custom alerts. So let's get into the analytics now. So there is an app called Analytics Advanced under the General Planner. This is Analytics Advanced. Click on this. So this is a landing page. It displays different analytic charts that are already plotted here. The first session is always for the filtering. You can pick and you just give a search and find the chart that you are looking for. Now, what's the source for it, whether it's an analytic kind of a thing or whether it's a custom alerts, who created it, time frame, at what time frame this that has been created, what category it is, whether it's a marketing team related analytic chart or S&OP or supply, and whether it's a favorite or not. Click on go, and then you'll see the filtered results. You can also say hide advanced search. So these are the charts that are available. Now let's do some analytics on the consensus demand key figure. Okay, clicking on create analytics chart.
Venkat, this is a web UI for entire IBP, correct? Not just
Mhm.
control.
Yeah, for the entire IBP. So all the configuration we do it from web UI, which is on cloud. All you need is a server link and user ID and password, and then creating an attribute, creating master data, creating key figure, writing a calculation, running an application job, running a process chain, administration activities, and creating user groups, that demand planning user group, supply planning user group, and all the administration stuff, all the logs and everything from the web UI.
Got it. So
And
my
then
question was, when you said uh, within control tower there are three things from the
mhm.
web UI, how do I understand that this is control tower?
No, we cannot understand that. So we just know that there is an app called Analytics Advanced, and that belongs to the Control Tower module.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
So again, here also every S4, I mean every Fury page you open, you'll see a filter bar. Here also we have a filter bar. hide this filter bar for a minute. Now let's plot something. So you need to obviously get into a planning area to actually do some analytics on it, right? So by default, it pick up a planning area called this. Not interested in this. We'll go to, okay. I'm giving the planning area called. This is the planning area that I want to get in. Fine. I'm giving a name for consensus versus statistical forecast. So this is to, analyze the consensus demand and statistical forecasting. Description, planning area. Next is the key figures. What key figures you want to first, do analytics on? You need to pick up the consensus demand. It system displays all the key figures that goes with the name of consensus demand. Pick the first one. That in that key figure we have the data, and then next is a statistical forecast quantity. Pick this. Two key figures are selected. Now here this is auto refresh on, auto refresh off. Click on auto refresh on. So this is the data that is available. Consensus demand is a 2 lakh, very big value, and then the statistical forecast is this much. It's a huge difference. Now let's segment this. Let's group by products, right? Or maybe brands, let's just say. Analytics chart does not contain a filter attribute. This could lead to longer response time. Do you want to proceed? Okay. This is error. You see it, guys, anywhere in the planning view, in the chat. It always asks for. Okay. So the blue bar signifying consensus demand. There are different brands. Galaxy Note, Galaxy Tab, Pepsi, blah blah blah. I think there is one for smartwatch. Let's go and filter on smartwatch. Go into the filters now. The filter on the brand. The brand. What brand we have? Smartwatch, right? Where is smartwatch? Go. Okay. Again, under the smartwatch there are two. One is a digital watch, another is a smartwatch. Okay. So whatever, so let's just keep like this, guys. So what I have done, I have grouped by the brand level. Now I can also group by a channel, online channel, retail channel. Okay, smartwatch online channel has 93,648, where the statistical forecast is saying it is just 59,075. Okay, next is group by as series, rolling calendar, target unit of measure, CS and eaches, cases and eaches. Okay, and then this is the type of the chart. Switch to the column level. Smartwatch here, the online segment, and then you'll see the different values here. Multiple charts. You can also get into the tabular formatting. The smartwatch, digital watch, channel, this thing. Lines. So on. Some charts are, heat map is not is disabled here. Why? Because one second, because you cannot actually put a heat map for two different key figures. So let me take off this demand, just keep the statistical consensus demand. So now the heat map is enabled here. It's not grayed out. I click on this, just gives me a heat map here. So instead of brand, let me just pick up the products here. Now this makes more sense. I mean, this will give a cleaner picture. Oh, still there are three products. So let me go and take off this filter, then we'll see. I think this is still there. That's fine. It is saying there's no filter, and then yeah, so this is how the heat map would look. So With this, we know the darker color means the higher the value, the lighter the color means the lower the value. So you can see that the darker means this Pepsi 1 liter has a 2,99,000 and this thing. And if you don't like the colors, go to the chart options. Then by default, the color under the color section, you say this color option is automatic. Go to custom colors. Now pick up the color that you want. Like, yeah, I mean, there are some options. So based on the chart, the color options also will, increase. Um, or maybe go to a pie, display it like this. Go to automatic. Yeah, it's like this. So donut. The products are huge, and that's why this will not make sense. But if it is just a smaller, combinations, then these charts will come in real handy. So let me save this. Save this chart. Okay, and the chart has been saved. Overall consensus demand. Okay, and then now go back here. Go into analytics chart. So now I'll show you guys some first an option called drill down facility, the drill down functionality. So going back to analytic chart again, there is no data. Pick up your planning area, test config. Come on, create this. Key figures is consensus demand. And next is a statistical forecast quantity. Filters. I'll apply. Come on, for a particular brand. Smartwatch. Go. Grouping by the brands, and then grouping by channel. Okay, so this is a chart. Now I'll go to the column level. Okay, so the planner opens. The planner sees that the smartwatch, what's the demand for online channel? It is 93,000. The statistical forecast is 59,000. So now if I want to go deep, that I want to see what all customers are there and how this 93,684 has been made and which customer has contributed what. So for that I want to do a drill down. So for that first I'm configuring a drill down path, and then we'll see how the drill down will come in handy when we actually use the chart. So I click on this. I'll say I'm creating a drill down. So select drill down path, create drill one. I'll say um, channel to customer ID. Okay. You see here, you main level one. So this is what, let's say you drill down. So you come here, and then here you also want to see the different customers here, right? So that's why I'm adding another dimension in the group by. I'm saying that the customer ID. So 3 customers have come in. Smartwatch brand, the channel called online. There are 3 customers: Amazon, Flipkart, and eBay. Okay, so now I'm going a further level down. So that means the Flipkart has constituted, I mean, given 19,268. So I'll go deep and I'll see what all SKUs have actually, you know, what all SKUs have a different demand, so that the summation became 19,268. I'll go further level down, click on drill down here. So I drill down to the Flipkart. Now I'll add another dimension that is called product ID. Oh, why it is not coming in? It's already there. Okay, there is product called Galaxy Smartwatch B, and then there's another product, Galaxy Smartwatch W. Two products are there. Okay, so let's go to the displaying part, and then I'm putting the product ID as a base. Okay, so it showed like this smartwatch. Okay, fine. I'm saving it. Okay, now the chart has been saved. Now I'm going back. Now we'll see how the drill down will actually function. Okay, so what I have done, guys. So what I've done is, see, first created the main chart, hmm, which is obviously at aggregated level. That is here in this case, I said it's at brand and the channel. The requirement is that when user clicks on brand, when user clicks on channel, first he wants to see the customer level data. So this is detail level 1. I clicked on that option called drill down. I created a drill down path. It opened up another chart. In that new chart, I added another dimension called customer ID. Right, this is what I did. And then again, I picked up a customer like Flipkart or eBay or something, and then I said I want to further drill down and I want to see the individual SKUs, and then I added here the product IDs, and then I saved it. So this is what I did. So now if I go to the analytics advanced, where is that? This is the one. So you can see there is a drill down 1. I don't know why only one drill down is showing. So but whatever. Filter, hide the filter bar, hide the details, all this detail span. So this is a chart, online retail. So I click on this statistical forecast quantity. I said I want to drill down. The value is 86,000. Drill down. Okay, under the retail there are 4. Oh, there are so many. The 5 stores. Best Buy, Chroma, Reliance, Target Stores, XYZ. So you can see that it got disaggregated to this. I don't know what happened, why the level 2 is not there here. So let's create that. I don't know, maybe I think I saved it. Okay, I'm creating a new drill down here. Click on drill down. As I said, a drill down 2 is appearing here. Go to the edit mode. Oh, I think it was saved. Hey, 1 second, guys. I shouldn't have gone in edit mode. Go back. Don't want to edit anything now. Okay, I'm on the landing page again. Click on this chart. Where is that? Consensus versus statistical forecast. Hide the filter bar. Click on the retail here. Drill down. It showed me multiple customer IDs in here. Click on Reliance. Drill down. It showed me different SKUs that are available. The smart Galaxy Smartwatch B, Galaxy Smartwatch W. Then you see the detail views here. Now I click on main. It you will this is how you can toggle between the levels. So you can go to the levels of I think 8 or 9. So you can actually create 8 different paths, and then you can toggle between your levels and can see. So the beauty here is that you click on online, it will drill down to the online, the customers that are mapped to the online channel. Okay, and then that's how it is. If I go to the digital watch, drill down, there is no statistical forecast. It is showing me under the digital watch there are two okay, under there are two here, and then I pick this up, further drill down. There's only one. That's called smartwatch 2.0. Okay, that's why it is showing only one, and then there is no data for statistical forecast quantity. And then you can every level you can level one. See, level one is a chart itself. You're just creating multiple charts and assigning them through the backend. And once you do that, you can navigate to them through the drill down option. So I mean to say, so here you can put a line here, something like that. Save. Okay, go back. So you guys are understanding, right? So just creating multiple drill down paths, and then every drill down is a different chart in itself, and then that chart can have its own thing to it. So you see, this is 19,000, this is 11,000. Click on this, and then I further drill down. Now I'll see the composition of this 11,000 across the different products that are available. 6,000, 5,000, this is 11,000. You guys are there with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how we play with it. The details, you can also create some kind of a geographical chart also, connect different DCs and stuff. There is also supply chain network. We'll go there eventually. Chart options, we have access, whether the access number formatting has to be displayed or not. Zooming in, this is on, so I can zoom in. And as of now, it's just a 2 data set. That's why it is displaying here. Otherwise, if imagine you have 10 SKUs and how this chart would look. So you need the zooming function here. Color, legend, value display on or off. You display off, the values will not appear here. So people have to understand based on this legend here. Drill downs, yes, drill down path is one is channel to customer, and then you can see the type also here. This is a line chart that we have configured, and the drill down two is the bar chart, and then I have also displayed how, at what level this will happen. And as of now, it is showing the stuff that has been selected. It is showing that the brand was the Samsung smartwatch, channel is online, customer ID is Flipkart. So under the Flipkart, you opened up this thing, two products. So that's how it shows, and then the information is who created, what attributes it has been applied, etc, etc. So there are other things also that we can do here. We can navigate. I mean, from here you can open up this, because this is available on this is on cloud, right? I mean, whoever can access this link, maybe through a tab or through laptop or anything. So all they need is a user, a server link and user ID and password. They can plot the charts on the fly, and then they can see the results. And if they want to do more planning, click on this and then navigate to the Excel planning view, and then do more stuff here. Maybe run optimizer once again, or do more in-depth planning. So this was just like the analytics. So tomorrow we'll continue, guys. I mean, there are more to explore in this analytics, uh, but you guys got the feel, right? Like how the planner can create the chart. So it's not like a BW kind of a thing. I mean, on the fly, planner can go and you know uh, do some analytics on the key figure data that is available at a different levels, and in different visualizations, and some drill downs, and all that stuff. Okay. Hey Abhinav, I hope you are continuing with the training batch, right?
Yes, I am.
Great. We'll touch base on the Monday. Seems that we are all fine to take a weekend break. But let me know, guys, if you want to change the this thing, so we can definitely tailor or enter training content. So Monday we'll go in deep into the analytics. We'll go to the dashboards, and if possible, we'll also get into the custom alerts. How we can create an alert on the front end web UI. So yeah,
If,
have a good weekend, guys. Yeah.
sorry. So quick question.
Hmm.
So do we have agenda, like means how we are proceeding, like on maybe not at day level, but maybe this week or after week, and what should be the actual the sequence to understand this IBP? Like maybe we have S&OP, the demand planning, control tower. So is there any relation in between, and are we moving accordingly so that we can get that feel? Okay,
Oh yeah, so I mean the sequence is there. I mean, I will definitely, I mean, as the time passes by, I'm about to actually share it to you guys. The sequence is this: first we have to do the demand planning. I mean, it's not a kind of a hard thing. It's not a hard and fast rule that we have to go with this flow. I mean, even in the implementations also, so if the client wants to just implement demand planning, he can do it. If he wants to just inventory optimization, he can just run the inventory optimization. But with our flow, so why I picked up the planning views and the control tower is so that you guys will see how we can play with the key figures and the levels at which the key figure is being created, etc. So once you have that feel, and you'll get a lot of queries, then it's kind of a reverse engineering. So once we do that, then we get into the configuration, and then we configure some key figures and the planning levels and how the master data has to be done, how the calculation logics has to be done, etc. So then I think you guys can connect the dots. So first we'll complete the control tower. I think the sheet is there with the team. They'll share the entire curriculum, like what all topics that we're going to cover in their entire session. Um, Next couple of days we'll spend on control tower. Control tower is just a reporting kind of a thing. We just have seen, we're not configuring anything. We are just reusing whatever has already been configured, the key figures, the master data, planning levels, etc. We'll spend some time on control tower. Then we get into the configuration piece, where we configure the entire system from scratch, create some custom attributes, custom master data. We actually come up with some kind of a planning thing. So I have some real life examples, like how to do a container planning. There is no such thing as container planning in IBP. Container planning means a plant one has to send 1,000 units to DC1. I have three options available: large container, small container, medium container. Every container has a different capacity, blah blah blah. So I need to send 10,000. That's the plan that I received. How I can send these 10,000? How many containers that I require to do it? What container I need to deploy? Pure custom planning thing, no algorithms, no optimizer, nothing here. So if that is a use case, and how I need to configure my system, what kind of master data I need to create, container master data, how the containers has to be mapped to different products. Because some containers, let's say if they are kind of refrigerated containers, that would accommodate only few kinds of products. and what is the capacity of it. So where all I need to specify the capacity, that this container can only hold 100 units of SKU 1, but SKU 2 it's a smaller in quantity, I can hold 1,000, etc., etc. So how we do the configuration, how we create the key figures, we go with the planning, entire end-to-end planning scope. First step to do, second step, third step, fourth step. Once we're done with the model configuration, then we get into the actual models that are there, modules that are there in IBP: demand planning module, inventory optimization, supply planning, and then finally we'll create the sales and operations planning. So the 4 modules we'll cover it there. Fifth module, that is control tower, we are covering it in the first. So I'll give a heads up to you guys that what we're going to cover in the next couple of days. So as I'm saying it now, the next couple of days we're going to spend on control tower. If you guys want to do a quick read, you can just go and read on it, and come back and shoot more questions and make it more interactive. Yes, next plan is next couple of days we spend more on control tower, and especially these 3 things: analytics, dashboards, and custom alerts. Okay, guys. Okay, I take it as a yes then. Then yeah, we'll close this call and we'll touch base on Monday again. Thanks, guys.
Yes,
Thanks for your time. Yeah, I